So it looks like these images have merged together, and like Stephanie's reaching out for Giovanni.
Yeah, Javon! Javon, this looks like an absolute tragedy. Julia has joined the dark state. Javon's dying, and Stephanie's reaching out like, no! I can save you! Javon! Good merged image, though. Yeah, man, you were saying something in the pre-show about your ear.
Yeah, it doesn't line up correctly. I know where I am. I'm sitting next to the other bald guy in the corner.
Yeah.
And you. The ear doesn't line up.
It doesn't. I realized. I didn't know that. It's a rush job. What do you want from me? What do you want from me? It's a rush job.
Perfection, Marcus. Perfection.
Bye. Show these people our pretty faces.
Welcome, everyone, to the Untitled Manny and Marcus show. I'm, of course, the racially ambiguous Lord Manny Hayes, and he is coming from a undisclosed location, aka his sex dungeon.
AKA from the Antelope Valley, the AV in Lancaster, where I'm just looking at desert and roads. Marcus the grand finale.
He's also dressed like a security guard today.
Security guard? You can't wear all black. I thought I was dressed as a priest. Just I just took off the cloth. I took off the cloth because I have sinned.
No, because I
would love to be a priest and be like, I'm not worthy of this.
I don't think there's any news this week.
No, I mean, after Swerve said fuck Booker T, that was the end of the news this week.
Other than Gunther claiming that Triple H may have saved professional wrestling.
What?
Yeah, Gunther did an interview with Ariel Helwani. We also learned that Gunther signed in December.
Oh, nice. Good for him. I didn't even know his contract was up, or I'm assuming they suspended it.
But his negotiations were pretty easy, Marcus.
Why is that?
Guess what?
What did he want?
Guess what he asked for? He wanted a bus. And they gave it to him.
Sure, Gunther. We were going to give him money. He could have bought his own bus and had extra money, but now we're just giving him the bus.
The bus.
I would definitely want a bus, though. Would you want a bus?
No, because you got added expenses. Because one, you got to pay the driver to drive it. Because I don't see Gunther driving it.
No, that's the worst. You don't get a bus and have you be driving the bus. That's at least the purpose of having the bus.
So someone else is going to be driving it.
Yeah.
So you got to pay that person to drive it. I don't need those added expenses.
You got to pay that person. You find some homeless guy off the street, you clean him up.
And then
clean him up real good, and then he'll drive. And if he acts up, he's kicked off. He has a home, and he's moving around. I'm feeding him. That's all he wants.
And then
all under the table.
Oh, sorry, Mr. Gunther. I need to make a stop real quick. I've got to run.
Oh man, that'd be worse. Your driver gets diarrhea, and it's like, oh, we're never gonna get there. But I would like to know. I would like to never know when we stop. I would like to be asleep in the back of the bus in my nice little bus bedroom.
Nah, Marcus, you need to be careful. Sometimes you might get someone from the hood, and they may take you to the hood. Unsuspectedly. You got to prepare yourself if you go into the hood.
Yeah, like, oh no. Make sure I don't look anybody in the eye.
Yeah, so that's really all the news. Should we get right into it?
Yeah, let's go. What are we covering first?
We're running the show early. We're running the show early because Marcus is going to get kicked out of his room any time in the.
Yeah, my checkout is exactly 1 hour and 7 minutes away. Let's see if we can finish the show on time.
We won't. The show opens with the Death Riders with an opening monologue from Mox. States he doesn't recognize the Young Bucks and hasn't for a very long time. Warns them to be careful before they make any moves. And then, Marcus, the strangest thing happened. The World Heavyweight Champion of AEW, even though you wouldn't know it because he doesn't show the belt, decided to kick off the show against Shibata.
Yeah. You know, I don't know why this is happening and why it's kicking off the show. You would think the World Heavyweight Champion has more important things to do than be like, let me get a tune-up match. After my big pay-per-view match, let me tune up against Shibata. Let me fight one of the ops. But, you know, he treated Shibata like a jobber, apparently. I guess Shibata wasn't game for this. I mean, they wrestled for a little bit, had a solid match. Ended up with Shibata getting choked. He didn't kick out of anything special. Most people kick out of random stuff. He was like, nah, I'm laying down to the world champion.
Yeah, and then what followed felt like the longest segment ever. The Young Bucks come out, as Mox goes to leave, said that they did what they did to Swerve for their good friend Hangman Adam Page, because he never wanted Swerve to be champion ever again.
Bullshit.
And then they also did, yep. And the other reason was what they did for the Death Riders. They considering a peace offering, as they don't have a problem with them. They realized they have more in common with the Death Riders than they thought.
Bullshit.
They both want the roster to step up and be the best. They want to change the world just like them. They're pitching the Death Riders and the Elite work together as one.
Why? So this is a follow-up from Dynasty where the Young Bucks helped Jon Moxley retain his title. I just don't feel like it was sufficient enough information. Like, if you're going to do something like that in the main event, I need a good explanation and not lies from the Hills. The Hills are clearly lying in this one. And I don't believe we have any real reason why they did what they did. And I think Tony and the booking staff do not know either.
Nope. And then after they said what they said, Kenny Omega comes out. It didn't really make a point other than to shoot some jabs at the Young Bucks. Then says, I don't know what else needs to be done. How about I just come in there and fight? And then Okada comes out. Marcus, we normally, when we did the watch-alongs, talk about the suit game of someone. Okada was wearing Dan Severn's suit from 1999.
He tries to say he looked like a box? He looked like a Lego?
Yeah. He was like this. There was so much starch in that suit, Marcus. He came out like rock hard.
Yeah, my main thing for this wasn't Okada's suit. I was so confused on Kenny Omega. Kenny Omega came over like a neighbor who at 6 in the morning came over because he's heard of the stress in your house. Is everything okay? And then he just starts talking and he starts calling people Dookie and you're Dookie and you Dookie and all that, and then start insulting the Bucks. And it just felt like it went on forever. Kenny Omega was the absolute worst. And this is one of those times, you know, when Triple H or whoever's in charge of signing in talent, they'll look at this and be like, you know what? We didn't miss anything. I'm not signing him. We didn't miss anything. This looks like a bum. He was like a bum out there.
Why, Kane said, by the way, why was Kenny Omega cosplaying as RVD with the ponytail? Who knows?
He looked like he was going to the beach and decided, nah, I'm too tired to go to the beach today. I'm just going to sit like this. He looked horrible.
To add to the madness, Swerve's music hits. The Elite leave. He comes out with a chair. He claims it's buck hunting season, and he's here with a loaded shotgun to blast some EVPs.
Oh, that sounds dangerous. Don't tell people you got a gun, Swerve. The police will shoot you. You threaten the white people. Don't threaten the white people, Swerve. Go back to threatening Booker T. You'll be safer. Don't threaten white people.
This match was apparently supposed to happen later on in the night, but they decided let's just let it happen now. Swerve accidentally injures Pac with a buckle bomb, who seemed to injure his ankle on the landing. Credit to Pac to finish the match because it was clearly like rushed ending.
Yeah, he was outside the ring. You see Swerve walking back. I go, oh, is he really hurt? Oh yeah, he's hurt. And then they get back in. I'm like, oh, maybe he's okay. But then it ended really quick. And is there an update on his actual injury for Pac?
No, Pac lives in a Pac's a mystery in the first place. You rarely get Pac news.
Okay. The only time we get Pac news is Pac returns tonight on Dynamite. Yeah. And I guarantee you he's not going to have pants on.
An angry Hangman is walking down a corridor. Renee tries to ask him a question. He says, I ain't got time for your shit. Basically, he finds Nana.
Look at your husband, Renee.
Tells him at Dynasty he was not trying to help Swerve, and he is concentrating on the Owen tournament. If he thinks of getting in his way, he'll pick up where he left off with him. Nana just wanted to tell him something for the last year, and he can't talk for Swerve. He really regrets, but then Hangman just yells and cuts him off.
What do you think of this Hangman Swerve? It just seems like they're going to team up to fight the Bucks, right?
Yes.
They're about to team up. They're about to team up.
Yeah,
they're about to team up. There's no way they're not going to team up.
I'll tell you what's going to end up happening. You're either going to get the trio of the Young Bucks and Okada, or Jack Perry.
Oh, no.
Versus...
Don't hurt me, Manny.
Versus Swerve, Hangman, and Kenny.
I don't think it's going to be Kenny.
I think it might be. Because they're going to end up... I feel Kenny's going to end up having to fight Okada.
Kenny's fighting Okada. Oh, wait, you put Okada on the team, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So he's in. Yeah.
Dynamite, man.
Yeah, this is for Double or Nothing. I'm thinking of All In. I'm sorry. I'm thinking of All In. I'm a pay-per-view ahead.
The Dung Bucks or the Young Bucks? Both references. Also, shouldn't he be wearing a title belt around? That's just how important title belts are. That one's in a briefcase and the others just don't carry them around. Because the trios titles don't get worn into the ring.
Yeah, I was like, why would you have your title? What the fuck? Go ahead.
Oh, Kato, and another thing, why wasn't Kenny jumped by the Zeolite when he made his casual stroll to the back?
Who's the Zeolite? Maybe he's talking about the Elite? I don't know. He lost me, Kate. I don't know.
By the Elite. By the
Elite, right? Yeah.
I'm tired.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And I want Dynamite. It's not good for my pettiness resistance. Kane, I'm trying to get this off the show for years.
Manny trying to get the secret show. Manny, you can stop, man. You can stop. He can end it, Manny. End the cycle. You can end the cycle. You don't have to keep coming up with random excuses because Tony will meet you in those excuses.
Marcus, I didn't know there was an incentive for eight man tags for $400,000 on the line.
So, this is my main takeaway from Dynamite, which is weird. Dynamite was last night for me.
Yeah.
Dynamite was last night. I have more vivid memory of NXT than I do of anything Dynamite, of any match whatsoever, except for this $400,000 match, which, for the record, I went, why is this 8-man tag got money on the line? No other 8-man, 6-man, or even title matches have this type of money on the line. But tonight we're going to make Speedball Mike Bailey rich and Mark Briscoe. We're going to give them all money. I'm assuming...
Yeah, Will Ospreay, Speedball Mike Bailey, Mark Briscoe, and Kevin Knight take on Ricochet. Are they the CRU or just a crew?
I'm going to call them the crew, yeah.
Marcus, I was rooting for Ricochet to win this match because I wanted the Beast Mortals to get paid. This man is on the losing end of everything.
Yeah, this man needed, if there was anybody that needed to win, it was the Beast Mortals. The man comes out there and puts his body on the line every single night. Every single night. Every single week. Never wins. The man could have used this money. This would have changed his fucking life. He could have paid some bills.
The match went exactly how you expected it to go, with Will Ospreay picking up the win with a hidden blade on the Beast Mortals, the man that needed the money the most.
Yes. I was really rooting for the Beast Mortals, man. I could just see him in his house going all these bills. And Tony calling him, hey, I'm going to put you in a $400,000 match. The Beast Mortals go, this could change my life. We must win. And I would say this, they get a strike. Nobody did this match look like they were fighting for that $400,000, man. If I had $400,000 on the line in that match, I am cheating. I'm doing everything it has to do. That 100,000, or because they probably split up 4 ways, that 100,000 is coming to me. I don't care.
I got another problem with this match, Marcus.
Okay, I have more things about this match, man. I hope you know. Okay, go ahead.
Do you remember the reason why we don't use this?
Yes. You're losing colors.
Yeah, what colors would Mike Bailey wear?
Ooh. I was blinded by his teeth. I couldn't tell.
To be fair, he was on the losing end of the match at Dynasty. So now he's 50-50 in this gear.
Got a 500 record. He ain't making the playoffs like that, man. He ain't making the playoffs. Oh.
Hey, actually, you can make the playoffs at 500. In the NFL, you can.
You can't. No, but you can't do it anymore. You can't do it anymore because 17 games. But yeah.
On occasion, go in with a losing record, which I thought was horrible.
All right, my next thing, Manny. First, how about that dive of the show? We're gonna have some in NXT and stuff. But how you think about Ricochet's dive to the outside, landed on his feet, but then slapped on his bald head?
Marcus, as two bald men on this show, I think it's a damn disgrace that they did this to this man. A damn disgrace.
I would have been so offended.
I don't like defending Ricochet, but it's a damn disgrace that they did this to Ricochet.
Manny, who refereed the match? I can't remember.
I can't remember.
Alright. If it was one of the bald refs, it should have been an automatic disqualification. Yeah. If I was refereeing this, I would have went full Bianca Belair and went, ring the damn bell. This is ridiculous. Give the award to $400,000 to the Beast Mortos. And last but not least, the man needs it. The man needs it. He deserves it. And my last question, Manny. Team Ricochet won. Him, B-Ball, Mark Briscoe, and who am I missing? Will Ospreay. I don't know how I miss him. Like the leader of the team. If you're chopping up the money, are you giving it 4 ways, 100,000 each, or are you cutting somebody out and saying, nah, man, you can pull a full Spider-Man. Nah, you pin them in 2 or something like that. You cheat somebody out their money. Who you cheating out their money?
Mark Briscoe.
He did the karate stance with Speedball.
I feel like he'd be the easiest one to con.
One for me, one for you, one for me, one for me, one for you.
Yeah, I feel if you divvied up the money like exactly the Bugs Bunny way, I 100% feel like you could do Mark Briscoe dirty.
I would also I wouldn't take Mark Briscoe's money, but for fun, I would cheat Speedball Mike Bailey just because hey, you new here, rookie. You don't just get $100,000 for nothing. Will Ospreay's been here how long? And this is his big paycheck. Although Will doesn't need the money, he gets to use Tony's private jet and all that. He has to probably one of the highest paid people on the roster. He didn't need the money. Beast Mortos did. The Beast Mortos did.
We're going to update that Cope is out indefinitely for right now. You know, I'm sick and tired of this. Michael Cole does this as well. Tony Schiavone needs to shut the fuck up with his opinion and tell me how bad going at Dax like that. You've got a daughter. Imagine you explaining that to your daughter. Fuck Cole.
Yeah, fuck you. Whenever somebody say imagine explain to your family, they know my actions because I've been talking about it for weeks. Man, imagine not going home and talking about your work problems. I'm sure Dax went home and was like, fucking Cope, man. Fucking Cope. Ruining our tag team career. Honey, can we not talk about Cope at the dinner table? I'm sorry. I can't eat my spaghetti and meatball. I cannot. Okay? You know, I love my family and I love pro wrestling, but I do not love Cope. And I can imagine him saying it every day. And his family understands his assault. Like, he had it coming.
And he's drinking tequila straight from the bowl. He's not pouring it. He's drinking it straight from the bowl. He's sitting down at the dinner table with his family. He's unzipped his trousers, the belt off, everything just like this. He's sitting at the table, like the belly's hanging out like this. So fed up.
Yeah, just like fucking Cope. Cope. Fucking cope. How am I supposed to cope?
Oh, by the
I'm
way,
not loving.
I had a mental image while you were talking about the Beast Mortos and bills piling up. Him sitting on his bed, cross-legged with all the bills with the lights off. Because he's too light, he paid the light bill.
I got the Beast Mortos declining phone calls. I don't know who that is. Let me not answer that. Beast Mortos is stressed. I was like, get me out of here, the cookie. Out the cookie. I killed Cope.
What's this? I get why Manny. I was more entertained by the 8-man tag on Evolve than the one on Dynamite. There was an 8-man tag on Evolve.
I didn't watch Evolve this week. It's been a while since I watched Evolve. It's been like 3 weeks.
I watched the beginning of Evolve when Big Body Harvey is back.
Oh, you texted that, and I was like, what?
Yeah, Javier Bernal is back. Feliz Javier.
I don't know why he was taken off main NXT.
I think he might have got injured or something. He went up against the British guy that was in Chase U, Riley Osborne.
Oh yeah.
Who was dressed like he was wearing women's tights. Is
Chase U the biggest fall off in the history of wrestling? They were on every week, and now look at them. None of them on TV, but Andre.
The Hurt Syndicate. I don't know why they're celebrating a win over the Big Bill and the Bad Apple. Brian Keith.
Well, it's the Redwood and the Bad Apple. I was entertained by this segment, and I hate to say that, because normally on Jericho segments, I hate it.
No, this wasn't a Jericho segment. This was...
which one are you talking about?
I'm talking about MJF interrupting the Hurt Syndicate celebration.
Oh, the Hurt Syndicate. Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought we were
in the whole thing. MJF has grand plans of helping them stay champion, and then them helping him get his title back. Lashley states he tried to help at the pay-per-view, but he didn't get the job done. This results in these two talking over each other. MVP tries to keep the peace. He tells them he needs 3 thumbs up approval for him to join. Lashley just walks away. Shelton gives thumbs down, and then that was it.
Lashley's an anti-Semite, and that's what it looks like. It is. No reason to hate MJF. Yes, MJF has a past in history and whatnot, but Lashley just comes off of, I don't want him in the group because he's white. Shelton, come on, man. Shelton was like, nah. But like you said, I don't agree. I don't understand why they had this celebration or this moment. They beat 2 people who have never won.
Yeah.
The Beast Mortos and them were all staying, like, wondering how we gonna pay rent this week.
My match of the night was Chris Statlander versus Thunder Rosa.
That was a good match.
Dynamite. It was a really good match, and Toni Storm was fucking hilarious on commentary.
Yeah.
Last time I was in a match with Chris Statlander, she dropped me on my head and I lost 3 inches. I saw Tony Schiavone right afterwards. I got 3 inches back. Because Tony Schiavone's like 3 inches.
Yeah, I know, man. I understood the joke. But to me, yeah, she's too good for everybody on this roster. I'm gonna be honest.
If her and Statlander were a tag team, they'd be Thunder Thighs.
Can't dispute that. It's better than the Thunder Tits name she gave her at Thunder Rosa. Because Thunderstorm is the better name.
She was like, "Oh, a titty slap just for me."
I'm willing to declare at this current moment, and I know I joke and say Carrie across and all that. I think Toni Storm's #1 in all the wrestling right now, as character. I think she's the #1 character in all the wrestling. She is must see and must listen to TV at all times. I think.
I would say, following her, I would say Chelsea Green.
Oh yeah. Well, Chelsea Green's entertainment. Yeah.
I thoroughly enjoy everything Chelsea Green does. So I would even say just for women. I think overall.
No, I didn't say just for women. I'm not even saying women.
Toni Storm, and then Chelsea Green, and then probably some of the men like Roman.
John Cena or some shit.
Not really doing anything right now.
Yeah, but whatever. But no. Toni Storm has just been A+ with match quality and just entertainment wise. This is a tough. I don't know where all this is coming from, but she just seems to have jokes for James. Even at the press conference, I saw a clip of her walking off. He's like, "I want to storm out of here, please." Just someone asked me a controversial question, and the guy asked, "What's your Waffle Hut orders?" And she just goes, "Malcolm," and just starts storming off. Malcolm, just starts saying his name, and it was hilarious. And it's the way the whole thing ended.
So Don Callis is looking for new members. He wants resumes and bank account numbers. So if you want to donate to the show or send us your bank account numbers, you know the email address is down below. And to donate to the show, you simply click on this QR code right here. Look, I did a great segue, and I think you should pay me for that segue. How about you scan that link?
Yeah, just go ahead and scan it. We'll leave it up for a moment. We'll leave it up. Or you can pause it. You know, we need to do the QR code just so it goes in the middle of the show without the thumbnail, so we can just have it. But
send me the QR code. You send me the QR code, and then I can make a overlay for it.
So I don't even know where it's at anymore.
I'll do it later.
Yeah, I don't even know where it's at anymore.
Death Riders take on the Ops. The Ops win, choking out all of the Death Riders. But then the Death Riders attack to get their heat back, and then Joe calls them Dick Riders for running away and challenge them for a trios title match next whenever.
Yeah, they kill Hook. Well, they kill Hook before they ran away with the chair and the neutralizer. I forget what he calls it in AEW. I think it's still the neutralizer, but he just neutralized the spot. I thought that was a cool spot. And this Death Rider stuff is carrying on. We're going all the way. I think we're going all the way to All In with this.
Yeah. And it'll be Will Ospreay that saves everyone, hopefully, from it.
Yeah, Manny, how emotional are you gonna get when you finally see the AEW World Title?
Well, because I have a feeling it's gonna change by the time that title comes out of that briefcase.
There's a few things I want to happen. Will Ospreay wins it All In, takes the title. He opens the briefcase and nothing's in there. Like Mark's like, I don't know who had it last. Or 2, he opens it up, the title's in there, but it smells really bad for some reason. Like, why is it so... I can't touch that. What the hell?
Can I pitch you something?
Go ahead.
It may be from Royal Rumble 1994.
I knew it. I should have knew it from 1994.
What if he opens it, Marcus?
Mm-hmm.
Much like when they opened the urn.
Yep.
The Royal Rumble. And just green smoke comes out, and then the lights go out, and Undertaker dies again.
All for it. Honestly, I'm shocked they haven't did the Pulp Fiction in the back where someone stole the briefcase, they opened it up, and it's just like the yellow light. Someone has to get to that briefcase. He died. Stop showing me that traumatizing moment, man. That's what I saw a man die. Again, I like to say I was a child, Vince. I was a child. It fucked me up. I saw a man die at age, 4? 10? I was 10?
What if they did the title and it went up like that?
Yeah. It floats up. The title goes, now I can rest in peace. By the way, for the youngest, go check out 1994 Survivor Series.
No, the Royal Rumble. If
It was Royal Rumble. If
you're looking for the Undertaker dying, go look at the Royal Rumble 1994. And then, if you want to see the Undertaker take on the Undertaker and return, go watch SummerSlam 1994.
But before you do that, you also have to watch all the Leslie Nielsen vignettes, the Naked Gun vignettes to go with it. It's all canon. This is all canon.
When they had an Undertaker go down a slide.
Can I also say, Frank Drebin being a part of WWE canon is ridiculous. But I will say he fits more than RoboCop and David Arquette. Just saying.
Let's get...
And fuck Liam Neeson's Naked Gun movie. It's going to be terrible, I know it, but I'm going to go watch it anyway.
Stephanie VAQUER says she'll have her decision after the first match, which is Jordan Grace versus Jada Parker. Marcus, how about that dive?
It was like gravity was like, not today, Jordan. There's only one Jordan that can fly in my lifetime, and his name is Michael. And I can also add Jordan, not so graceful. That fall was just too...
That was a fall from grace.
Yes. Oba can no longer use the move. That was the big fall of great. Like, I don't even know what happened. It looked like she had the speed. Looked like she had the distance. Next thing you know, it was like me, Jada Parker, and everybody else in the world just saw her just go bop. It was like when the cartoons are running, you know, and they run off the cliff and they don't realize they're running off the cliff and they're still running, and then they look down and they go, huh? Ah!
So what you're saying is she Wile E. Coyote.
Yeah, of course. We gotta bring up old cartoons on every day. It's either Dick Dastardly or Wile E. Coyote. Good match, though. I enjoyed the match.
Jada is pushed towards the desk, and with the slightest contact to Stephanie, she decides to shove Jada, who in turn slaps her. Stephanie causes the DQ as she attempts to chop Jada, but then gets Jordan instead. A brawl occurs amongst the madness. The beautiful madness returns. That is Giulia, and helps clear health.
GIULIA.
Then Giulia takes out Stephanie and stands over her on her face with the title.
And they're no longer friends.
Yeah,
they interviewed Giulia later, and she was like, "Stand and deliver." Even though, if I'm Stephanie, Manny, I'm so petty. I'm fighting the other two, and I'm not fighting you. Fuck you. You betrayed me. If it was me and you, and Manny, you came out to betray me and say I want my rematch, I am not giving you the time shot, stand and deliver. Fuck you. I'm fighting. If I can choose whoever I want, I'm gonna pick a jobber, and we're gonna have an exhibition. We're gonna have a straight up exhibition.
Stephanie wants them all at stand and deliver. I don't know if this was on social, strictly on social, or if it was on the show. Jada Parker stealing camera time from Shiloh, who was randomly in the parking lot.
What? No, this was not. I didn't see this.
On all three other women.
Nice.
You don't get.
I'm sure it was a really good
people.
Yeah.
You don't get in our business.
No.
Don't fuck with Miss Parker.
I'm giving NXT 2 strikes for this segment, though.
Why?
I enjoyed everything involved, but Manny, when I saw Stephanie interrupt, I was like, oh no, another triple threat match on WrestleMania weekend. Oh, I can't take it. And then surprise, surprise, it's a fatal four-way. That gave it the other strike. Oh, another multi-person match on WrestleMania. Does Sean and Hunter know how to book anything else? Jesus.
Well, Marcus, you've got a fatal four-way for the women's NXT title. You've got a triple threat for the men's NXT title. I think you've got a six-woman ladder match for the women's North American title. And I think we're leaning towards a fatal four-way or a fatal five-way for the men.
Yeah. And then don't forget that on WrestleMania itself, we have a triple threat match with no title on the line whatsoever. We have a triple threat match for, or a fatal four-way for the Intercontinental title. And I think there's another triple threat match for something else.
Marcus, I'm going out there and saying this might be the worst WrestleMania for me ever.
It's just too much going on for Manny. You know what, Manny? I'm going to second that. I'm going to second that. This feels like Little League where everybody gets to play. I don't want anybody to play.
This feels like AEW when they put so many people on the card for no reason.
Yeah, but you know, in WWE's defense, and I'm not defending them for all these matches because fuck all that. I'm defending them because at least they're all in one match, because AEW, you will get Stephanie versus Giulia, but you'll also get Jada versus Jordan Grace, but then they also get Fatal Influence versus whoever else is out there. And then you'd be like, why is this 11 matches on the card?
And let me tell you why you're wrong. Because Tony would book a casino gauntlet battle royal or whatever instead.
Yep.
So we get Swipe Right versus Fraxium. Swipe Right tell Hank and Tank to take notes, despite the two looking like there's two kids that got lost on the way to go into gym class. However, This was an absolute incredible match.
This was fun. This was fun. Swipe White, Betty, they're there.
I know why Eric likes Swipe Right.
He
There
likes
was a
white
bottom
men.
rope.
He has
There was
white
a bottom
boys.
rope springboard X Factor.
Oh, Eric invented that. The king of the bottom rope. The innovator of the bottom. Oh. There's so many good spots in this match. Swipe White is so young, athletic, refreshing, charismatic. They have it all. I'm ready to give them a real WWE/NXT contract. I don't understand why they're just WWE. They're what they want. I mean, it's what you want. It's what you want from a tag team.
Jasmine Nix takes on Sol Roca as dissension grows between Fatal Influencers. Fallon wants to take the qualifying match, but JC says no because she failed to hold on to the title in the first place.
Jasmine's like, it's my time. And I'll go, maybe it is her time. Maybe we're going to throw someone new into this. And then when I saw she was fighting Sol Roca, I went, it's a wrap. They beat Sol Roca.
But Marcus, I have to give her credit because Jasmine Nix had an okay showing, having not wrestled on TV for what felt like months. Perfect Plex. Perfect Plex into a transition of a submission. Come on now. Mr. Perfect can't even do that. Mr. Perfect.
Yeah, and I was like, when she did it, I was like, oh, she got the perfect Plex. Do I want her to have it? But then she turns the submission. Ooh, that's what my face went. Like, she got that? There's just too many women with time. There's no space for these three women. No. Jasmine Nix is good. I wrote her off when the match started.
No, she isn't. I wouldn't say she's good.
She isn't bad though.
Okay. She's okay at the moment.
I would say she's NXT good. Yeah, like she's development good. Like you go.
Actually, you know what, Marcus? Remember when we watched both the first episode of Evolve?
Yeah.
And I couldn't remember that lady's name. I called her
the black woman when you called her Black Armstrong.
Yeah, she is actually impressive. Like she is like a younger Bianca Belair. The way she moves, she's got good movement. Where if I was to compare her to Lash hasn't really got good movement. Lash just got really good power moves. She's got better movement.
Lash is king.
And I think she's got better leg movement in terms of like how fluid things look than most of the women's roster currently on NXT.
Ooh, I gotta see more of her then. She looked good when last time I saw her. Yeah,
she had a decent match against what was her name?
Manny.
I can't remember.
I know you can't remember her name, but I know you called her Black Armstrong. If you remember her name, I'll watch her next match.
I can't
or her previous match. Oh, I'm not watching.
I thought that was going to be Armstrong.
Yeah, actually, is it Bullet Bob?
I'm sure Kane will remember her name. Danny Palmer. Yeah, Danny Palmer is who took on Black Armstrong.
Yeah, but why is she to do ODB according to her?
She was dressed like ODB.
Oh. Hell of a wrestler to be inspired by.
If you don't remember what ODB looks like, just think of Balls Mahoney from ECW. That's who ODB looks like.
Manny has been removed from the show with the following comment being no mean and callous that he has been removed from the Sharpshooters podcast or the Untitled Manny. They had to pull him right away. He's back after the appeal. You're back after the appeal. One of the meanest comments I've ever heard in my life. Balls, Balls Mahoney. Yeah, just like that. No changes whatsoever. Just like that.
Yeah, tell me when I'm telling lies.
Manny, I want you to look in the mirror after the show and say, am I being the bad guy today? You know you are.
No, Marcus, I believe I'm speaking the truth. Like Drew McIntyre.
All right, let's go to the next segment. Before
Ricky
they
Saints.
bang on his door like, get out of here, boy.
Ricky Saints claims he turned NXT upside down because he's the new NXT North American champion. He calls out Ethan Page, but he gets everyone else instead. He gets Lexus King, Eddie Thorpe, who claims this is the title of his birthright, as it's the title of his people. And I was like, "Fuck you, Eddie." Wesley comes out.
He called somebody white boy. He called Alexis King white boy, right?
King white boy.
Yeah. I went, oh. Excuse me, Eddie Thorpe. I'm a fan. Why did you do that?
Ethan drops Ricky with a cutter, leading to a tug of war with the title and a brawl. And Marcus, we get Wesley versus Inamura.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna say this. He's just a fat Jimmy Wang Yang.
Oh my God, Manny. Jesus. You know what? You're out of line.
I've chosen.
I'm not gonna stop. I'm not gonna protest that comment though. I'm not gonna protest that comment. But you're out of line.
When you saw the vest when he came out with it, you were like, yeah. All he needs is some jeans.
It's just chubby. That's all he is. He's just chubby, Jimmy. What was I gonna say about this? This just leads to another fatal four-way for the North American title. I just don't need it. Don't.
Oh, and Ren Sinclair takes on Izzy Dame, and I've got problems with
Strike.
this.
If Strike.
Ava does not next week if she does not come back on TV and apologize to Ren Sinclair for what happened in that match, is absurd. Because Izzy Dame let go of that pin before the 3 count happened.
Either way, I'm upset that the result. Ren should be in this ladder match no matter what. I'm just saying. I don't know what Sean have against Ren Sinclair, but Izzy Dame, I'm not putting her in that match over Ren any day of the week. I was really upset about this. this one hurt because I was like, oh, who's she fighting? And then when it was Ren, I was like, oh, Ren's in.
No, I didn't know. I was like, Ren ain't in. She ain't been on TV for weeks.
I don't care. It don't matter.
They're really pushing this bullshit Sean Spears family culling bullshit.
Yeah.
So I knew she was gonna win, but not like this. Not like this, Ava. Not like this. You gotta put Ren in this match now. Not like
we gotta get a second chance. We gotta get a second chance match.
Not like this. We get Trick Williams, Javon Evans, and Oba Femi versus Dark State. Dark State win after dissension from Trick and Oba, and then Stax comes on at the end of the show and challenges them in the parking lot next week.
Yeah, for a parking lot, bruh. I'm like, all right, whatever. So, Manny, we made a bet on who the leader of Dark State was, right? Was that the bet?
Yeah.
I believe Javon has been executed out after he's been killed this week. He is no longer the leader of Dark State. Oh. And I don't, due to the finish of Oba and Trick fighting off, do you think anybody is the leader of Dark State, or is this just it?
I still think there's a swerve with Stax.
He's got Stax. He still got Stax in the parking lot. I can't take Stax serious though. Yeah, I think the faction does better without Stax.
I think Stax is gonna start his own little thing and run riot over the family, and that'll be the end of the family, and then Tony D will go up to the main roster because he's doing nothing as well. Even though I don't think Tony D will succeed on the main roster because that is a gimmick that just doesn't work without the family. And the rest of his family are not ready to go up to that main roster.
No. Lucius is on Evolve.
Rizzo is barely on TV.
barely's on TV, yeah. And if Stax is leading Dark State, that's a completely different thing. So, I don't know where we're going with this, but I like Dark State overall in the match. I thought they looked good. I was like, oh, these guys are solid wrestlers. Do I think Cutler or anybody else is going to do anything? No. But Saquon, I put all my money on him. All chips are on Saquon right now.
You know what? He may have the best new name in professional wrestling right now. Saquon Sugars. Sounds like an old boxer.
Yes. You see the old Shake On for the boxing fight? Gold Glove champion, Shake On Sugars.
He put a beat down on Sugar Ray Leonard.
But they nulled it because of, it was not legal. It wasn't in America. It was all international waters, so they voided the victory.
He's got a great name. I don't feel like he should be wearing a singlet.
It's overalls, Manny. It's a doublet, but he has a strap. I don't know. The outfit, whatever. I think it fits his persona of being unhinged, a head case, but very intelligent, man. He's very intelligent. Maybe he's more aerodynamic in this outfit.
Vic Joseph tried to tell me he got his PhD on the streets.
Yeah.
Yes, he is basically Michael Tarver. But he's more dangerous than Michael Tarver. Michael Tarver was never told. We were never told that he had a PhD.
No, but he was a boxer. He was a boxer. He's a boxer, and I think, didn't he find Jesus or something? Someone found him. But yeah, that was NXT. I thought it was the better show this week. Dynamite was alright. I was more excited for the Beast Mortals trying to get that 100,000, but he didn't get it. Oh, we did skip over the Jericho segment. I enjoyed the Jericho segment a lot too, with him smashing the TV with the bat and leaving. And maybe that's the end of Jericho for now.
Good.
Yeah, I mean, I'm agreeing.
This man has not taken a break.
You know what?
He needs a break.
He hasn't taken a break. You know what? I'm going to give AEW the win this week just because of that.
I'm not giving AEW the win this week because we had fun. We had fun, Marcus, talking about that $400,000 explosive 8-man tag. For reasons that we weren't supposed to have fun about it. We created our own narrative about the Beast Mortals needing money.
I don't care. I had more fun. I'm going to give it to Dynamite because of the Fatal 4-Way matches and all the multi-person matches they're having at Stand and Deliver. At 10 in the morning. Ain't nobody got time for that.
That's fair. I'm not gonna give it to AEW because the only thing I really enjoyed on it was Chris Statlander versus Thunder Rosa. Yeah.
I'm giving it, well, Toni Storm ran laps around Stephanie on commentary. Just say.
But come on now.
Nah, it's a competition, man.
It's not fair. It's not even
champion
fair.
Versus champion.
Toni Storm is not in the ESL league.
You don't know that. She's Australian. What language do they speak in Australia, man?
That's the EPL versus the ESL league. That's not fair.
She's an Australian doing an English American accent. I honestly don't know what kind of what she's doing.
Nonetheless, she's speaking English. I put Gunther in the top of the ESL league this week, actually.
He don't count.
He does count.
He's too good. He's too good. No one would second guess his English ever. Like
Cesaro would struggle to get struggles with English.
It's a horrible battle. Gunther's ahead of him, but yeah. But I'm not putting him in the league. Now it seems like we're only putting the Latinos in this.
No, we put the Japanese in the league.
What Japanese person we got in this?
Io.
Oh, yes.
Because Kairi's not back to talk. And neither is Asuka.
Yeah, baka.
And Shinsuke ain't said shit for weeks.
You know what my biggest concern is? Somewhere, Io's out there having a dinner. It's 3 people there, and then she gets pie-faced by the waiter. I'm figuring like that's happening right now. She's getting pie-faced by everybody. I feel like that's just a thing to do to Io now. Just push her inside.
Yeah, so that is today's show. Marcus has survived being kicked out of the room or being charged.
Any additional fees? I have 20 more minutes before I do it, and I still got to pack. What a life. And then I'll be just wandering the streets until it's time for work because I have nowhere else to go.
He hasn't actually got a bag. It's just a stick and a cloth.
I got a polka dot little handkerchief and a stick, and I'm just walking around.
That's why
Manny,
you should donate to the show.
yes. Let's get Marcus back into the Los Angeles area. Let's get him back into Long Beach. Do, 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 do. Just like the Incredible Hulk wandering the world.
Marcus also has a briefcase with a world title inside.
I bet that would be hilarious.
I would love that. To walk around
Yeah.
with a briefcase just claimed as a world title inside. And I'll beat your ass.
That's how I got into the room. I opened the briefcase like, this is going to cover my charges.
Well,
sorry. Come right in.
Me and Penta. Yeah, Penta was in the other bed. They had a slumber party. They took turns coming in and out of the hotel room doing the walk.
Well, Penta almost lit the whole place on fire because he can't do the walk with all his pyro. Just burning the fucking place up.
Why is there all scorch marks on the carpet?
Penta. We told him he's not allowed to stay here anymore.
He's my friend.
This show's ridiculous. Cut the tape. Cut the tape. We're out of here. We're out of here. We're finished.
We'll catch you this Saturday. We out. Peace.
Peace. Donate to the show.
Donate to the show. We out. Peace.
The Beast Mortos, please.
The Beast Mortos. Donate for the Beast Mortos. He won't see any of the money, but we'll let him know that there was donations.
Beast Mortos is at home looking at bills and stressing and shit. He's like, I gotta sell the mask.
Marcus, do you have him sitting cross-legged with no clothes on, just a mask on?
I have put the little glasses on, just throwing them to the side.
On top of the mask.
Yeah.
Hanging off the tip of the nose of the mask.
Just trying to cut your numbers. Just cut your numbers. What else can I cut? What else can I cut?
I have no pyro.
I have no furniture. I have no pyro. Clearly, I have no more clothes to wear. This is all I got.
I walk around in my wrestling gear. I wash my clothes in the sink.
Don't look to the Beast Mortos.
My children don't talk to me no more.
Beast Mortos, you got kids? Yeah. I can't pay child support, though. Bitch took everything from me. The Bitch Mortos took everything.
Bitch.
This show's ridiculous. That's it. Just stop.
We out. Bye.
Bye.